Sometimes in Hearthstone, good plays go unrewarded. However, Chonsu can hold his head high knowing that he tried his best to win this game by finding Arbor up.
Yeah, I don't think he has access to playing that with Solar, even if he goes and finds Arbor up with the Moonlit Guidance. But yes, I do agree, Mark of the Wild's the only playable one here. He probably doesn't end up playing it. Is that Moon Touched?
Wow,
it is, right? From the Glowfly?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the Pounce is lethal if he finds Arbor up. Because it was 28 and the
Right, it's exact lethal.
That's a good spot.
Go Pouch to try and go Bloom, Vate, Pouch for Arbor up. Like, he's getting more and more desperate here to try and find that out. If he goes Fungal, he could actually still get it right. So if you take Innovate and then play Fungal, you can still just hit lethal here with the Arbor up, but he needs to find it right now.
Yeah. You're exactly right. The mana's there to go Fungal, Innervate, Bloom, Arbor up, Pounce, and everything face. But that is a lot of actions, and it all depends on what's in the Fungal. It's not there.
Oh, he missed.
So he can still Bloom the Moon Touch. That's corrupt for a bit more armor, but I guess he's not going to bother. It is corrupt.
This is
the one on the left.
Yes, it is. Yeah. He just doesn't want to go for it on this turn. And this is just such a big difference here between finding the lethal on this turn and not finding it on this turn. Because if you don't get it right now, it's so much further away. Cloak of Shadows just completely locks out any outs for lethal you may have. And that's not even a concern because he just has lethal on this turn no matter what. What a fast game of Hearthstone. What a ridiculous game of Hearthstone. And what a well-played final turn from Chonsu, I want to say. He left himself at all points along the way with the maximum chances of getting Arbor up, the maximum outs possible, and it was very well identified.
Sometimes in Hearthstone, bad plays go unpunished. However, Chonsu can hang his head knowing that he tried his best to lose this game by playing Kargath Prime.
Alutamu inching closer and closer towards Doom.
9 armor here, which means he can clear off...
All of which are not particularly good at dealing with Kargath Prime, and I don't think Chonsu in any world would take Staff or Wand in this position. This is just such a combination. Derek, this is a Jars game.
Oh, you love to see it. This is an Alutemu game as well.
Chonsu's
Shield slam at the end.
Going wide. He has possibly made a huge blunder by playing the Kargath. I honestly didn't even notice it until the Faceless was drawn. It's a disaster.
Oh, no. Okay, so scale can clear, right? That's fine. You use 3 and then 4. It's exactly enough to clear the board.
Yes, and you can swing face.
Uh-huh.
And Alutamu is out of a combo. So now are we entering fatigue territory? Is that what's happening here?
We're entering fatigue, but we're also just entering 9-9 going face, potentially winning the game. Like if Alutemu can find Galvangar here, it's potentially enough to just get there.
Yeah, okay. So both you and I and Alutamu have full knowledge of all the treasures now. And he throws it down because there's no Mutinous target and not enough ways to clear the board.
Whatever Mazaki tastes like, it isn't victory. As even though Superfake's Mutinous chomped the core combo piece of his opponent's Mazaki mage, Viper was still able to claw back a scrappy victory.
Oh, his face just makes me laugh.
I really, like, this isn't much of a criticism, but I'm going to say it anyway. I really would have liked to have seen the Runed Orb used just for those additional outs. And like, you don't need that Runed Orb to kill your opponent next turn. You have a 3-mana Spring Water, Siphon mana, a 0-mana Mana Biscuit in your hand. Like, that felt kind of over at that point.
Yeah, and the thing is, as you mentioned, especially in this specific game where double flow's been played, the card draws all everywhere that Viper could want it to be, it really does feel like the only way you lose, right?
All right, Viper's off. He has previous with this kind of thing as well. He was one of the first pioneers in GM of just using Ignite on its own with very minimal spell damage to try and do as much damage as possible just by cycling it in and out of the deck over and over again. And he's doing an excellent job of it yet again, and he still has Runed Orb Siphon Mana still left in hand to be able to fire off this turn, potentially.
Yeah, big factor as well is, as I was mentioning earlier, as the game would go on, or if it would go on, Libram of Hope's a problem, Carriol, the hero, is a problem. Well, guess what? Those cards aren't there. So even though I said it's difficult to do this without Mizaki, it's if the Paladin has those cards available to them, and currently Superfake does not. Also, the Ice Barrier effectively going to soak up this, like, 2 of the 3 of the, well, I guess 1.5 of these minions
frozen
now.
They're getting frozen.
Even better. Yeah.
Flurry coming. Yeah. It's 5 damage from the 1 Ignite, 8, 11. 11 just from what's showing. Springwater draws 2 more Ignites.
Yeah.
1 more Ignite if he does it this way. Yeah, I think he has it. He has it. Ignite, Ignite, Siphon Mana, trade. Ignite is plenty, I think. Yep.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't realize one of the Ignites was still 0 mana. It's always difficult to track which Ignites have been drawn and which not. So yeah, this is going to be, looks going to be good enough to me. Even with the Mizaki snipe, Viper kept his cool. And as you mentioned, he's played a deck very similar to this style before. And he's doing so again, grabbing a win there. And that's going to feel rough for Superfake, because you've got to imagine...
From Tempura Mizaki to Tempo Mizaki, a gorgeous line spotted by Shaxi that allows him to actually stick Mizaki for an entire turn, admittedly thanks to some shaky play from our former world champ. And after Glory is brought down to 5 health and Mizaki finally cleared, Shaxi just needs 2 extra damage to claim the win.
Oh, but it's
one off! Oh no! Okay.
Okay.
The Mizaki
card
stuck.
Draw.
Right, it's not the end of the world yet. I still think he's probably winning here, because Mizaki is not going to win the game here. I'd be very surprised if it did. And I think Glory should be able to stick aboard and win the game post Mizaki, but we'll have to see. Shaxi is going to have to pull something miraculous out of the bag here. He could go for a fire sale now, I suppose, if he wanted to before it kills Mizaki. But quite clearly, he's just doubling down on trying to, find lethal here? Maybe some kind of a spicy board clear as well? Ram session? What?
Yeah, that is definitely not lethal. I guess he was looking for card drop and then committed spells before the Rune Orb to maximize damage. And he gets it. Still not lethal, I don't think. Mana's not there. You could go Ignite and Siphon, but at this point, you just committed and say, I'm not dead to Arbor. So you just get some more burn spells the next turn, even if your Mizaki's dead. 5 damage is very doable.
Oh, this is so sick. He's just there. He just needs 1 extra little piece of burn. Very, very true. And so what, we start off with probably AI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intellect. The Ignite is at 3 damage, I think, right now. And the other one is at 2.
Uh-huh. I think you're right.
So it's not very likely he finds lethal here, but surely over the span of 2 turns, and with the Guild Trader in hand, he should be able to do it next turn. I don't know if he spends this last mana trading the Guild Trader, but it probably gives him less odds to find lethal, because the 2 damage from the spell damage itself is a relevant breakpoint.
Yeah, and also just Guild Trader Cram Session is a pretty efficient draw engine next turn. Now, however, Glory has got himself undeniably the unkillable board. This is going absolutely nowhere. This will kill Shaxi on the following turn. And so Shaxi has to find the lethal right now. 7 damage, straight up. Can he find it without his Mizaki?
I could not give you the odds, but that's a Siphon mana. That is 4 damage right now. He has 3 draws with Cram Session. Ignite does it. Runed Orb does it.
Oh, missed! He missed! No way!
No way!
How much damage does that deal? Does the reduction in mana cost do anything? I don't think so.
And he has no targets except the Guild Trader for the honorable kill right now. I just don't think it gets there. He could draw again with Cram Session, but with that one hand space, okay, he's gonna ping and then siphon. And then what?
Siphon.
I don't know.
No, it's all gone. It's all slipping away.
Wait. He can generate mana because he discounts the biscuits. Can he play the spring water? I think just barely.
Oh, okay, he can play spring water. This is a very clever out. I didn't see this line.
Okay. And if he gets ignite, it's still not enough, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's there.
But a valiant effort. He really tried there. And Glory tried really hard to let Shaq.
While there was lots of great Hearthstone overall this week, the top moment has to go to Fled's incredibly heartwarming celebration upon winning Week 2 of America's GM. Happy birthday, mate.
Yeah, he knows.
What happened?
So close, yet also so very, very far.
I've got a feeling Pascal's going to play the minion and pass instantly here to let Fled get the exploding portrait. No, he concedes. Fled on his birthday wins Week 2 of Hearthstone Grandmasters, and he is delighted and relieved all at the same time. Well done to Fled, picking up those 5 points to go along with the 4 points he got last week.
Happy birthday, first off.
Thank you.
Não, 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 não,